going to make sure that we own... It said like they're anti-fake news now, and they're going to make sure that they now only go and get their news from reputable sources.
Oh yeah.
And I was sat there reading the article, the advert, like...
Daily Mail.
But guys, you should have been doing that from the beginning.
Yeah.
What do you mean you're now going to make sure?
The news is... at the end of the day, the news is entertainment, man.
It is.
And bad news sells.
I think that a lot of the time, and what I have found a lot of the time, they have titles which are for clickbait. They'll do this crazy title and you'll just be like, whoa, no, really? You'll click on it and you'll read the article and you're like, what?
The Sun is the best at that.
Yeah, it wasn't even that crazy.
Yeah. But they've got your paid click.
And they got that money. Yeah. That's all they need.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, I guess we can move on to the second half of this show this week and ask you a few questions about you and your story, man, because I find it really interesting, or I want to find out a bit more about it. So, like, I was reading through your website, the rtsa.com, and I was going on your About page, and I saw that you're a public speaker and a life coach, or no,
life coach, not so much, but
mind coach.
I do some work with the mind with some people who have stammers.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you say public speaking, is it only public speaking for people with stammers, or just anything that you can do public speaking with?
So basically, I do public speaking, part of a speakers club.
Okay.
It's called Toastmasters, King Speakers, next to Lancaster Gate. Most of my time I do public speaking at Hyde Park when it's warm.
Okay.
Take a bunch of us and we go there. We actually try to debate with all the religious people. Because you know Hyde Park is famous for that.
Yeah, I see.
And they really go at it.
Yeah.
So we try to compete with them. And I'm trying to get into schools now also. Talk about stammering and stammering awareness.
So let's start from the beginning. Have you always had a stammer?
Yes.
Do you know what? That's actually crazy, because in the whole time, like, when I knew you, all the times, all the conversations I had with you, I wouldn't have thought that you had a stammer.
Yeah, I was what you would call a covert stammerer.
And what does that mean?
So you've got two types of stammerers, overt and covert.
Okay.
Overt people are just like people who just can't hide their stammers.
Okay.
And covert people like me, if I couldn't say stammer, I might say stutter. Because in that moment, I couldn't say stutter. You get it? So coverts are just better at hiding their stammers.
So you would kind of find...
Substitution.
Yeah. So I guess, in a way, I want to say, are you covertly hiding your stutter, or are you kind of finding a way to cope with it at that time?
Oh, at that time, I was hiding it.
Okay, cool.
Because if I didn't hide it, I would become an overt.
Okay.
I would be out of control, repetitions.
Okay.
And on the phone, I could not hide it. I never used the phone until about a year and a half ago.
Oh, wow.
I never used the phone.
Oh, wow.
I would avoid it at all costs, bro. Because the way I would stammer, it would hurt me, bro. It would hurt me and the listener listening, bro.
Oh, wow. No, I was going to say that I was talking to my friend earlier, and he was saying that when he was growing up, he had a friend that while he was growing up, he had a stammer, but his friend was never told that he had a stammer. So when he was talking, in his mind, to him, when he was speaking, it felt like he was speaking normally.
Wow, that's brilliant.
That's what I mean.
That's unreal. I want to know him, bro. How did he do it?
But that's what my friend was saying. He said to him it felt like he was talking normally, but out loud he had a speech impediment, and it was just I was just like...
I've got a friend called Rama Sulman, yeah, he's my mentor, and he was exactly the same, bro. He said he never gave a damn about his stammer. He didn't even knew he had a stammer until people started saying, bro, you need to sort your speech out, bro. I can't understand you.
And see, this is what I mean. That's what my friend was saying. It's only if people tell you about it that you would be aware of it, because if you were just speaking, you would just see that to be normal until someone mentions that, hang on, why are you speaking like that? And I found it kind of interesting. I watched, I don't know if it's the latest video on your YouTube
channel. Stop holding back here.
And Eugene, I think it was the guy in the
red.
Yeah,
Eugene,
I watched, and that was actually a really interesting kind of stop and ask public a question, because at first the public generally thought it was a joke, and that was the best. They generally thought it was a joke, and if he didn't say that he was putting it on for the effect, that perfectly makes sense for that moment, but. They generally thought it was a joke. They thought they were being stitched up, all the cameras and everything. They thought that. And then as he got into his question, they were like, wait, hang on. I know he's stammering, but I don't want to be rude and say anything about it. So I'll just let him get out whatever he wants to say. And when there was times when they didn't understand what he was saying, they were quite polite and they said, I didn't understand what you said. Can you repeat that? And he just repeated it. And it was just a normal conversation. It was fine.
This is consciousness of ourselves. Stammering is what makes it a billion times worse.
Yeah, that's what I could imagine.
It's the judgment. We feel like we're getting judged every time we speak, and that exaggerates the actual stuttering, physical stuttering.
Yeah.
So when we desensitize ourselves, that's what we're doing. Making all those videos is us. We're not doing it for the public. We're being very selfish. And we're doing it for ourselves. We're showing our subconscious minds we can actually speak and we can be ourselves, express ourselves, and not give a damn what people think about us.
Yeah.
When we do that, a lot of times, our stammering steadily decreases. It's like reverse psychology.
Yeah, kind of.
You do what you fear the most.
Yeah, comfortability.
If you're scared of speaking, you speak, man. You're scared of spiders, you hold spiders. Scared of mountains, you climb mountains.
Nah, I'm not cool with that. Yeah. If I'm scared of spiders, stay away from spiders.
Man, you're gonna hold that spider, man, and you crush it even.
I mean, the only one that I'm okay with is I'm afraid of heights, but I don't mind conquering. I don't mind being up high.
Same. I'm exactly the same.
I'm hella afraid of heights.
Yeah. I'm scared of heights too, bro. I hate roller coasters. I can't survive. Oh no.
So I don't know. Like, so you went from being a covert stammerer, and then afterwards, what kind of made you decide that you didn't want to be a covert stammerer anymore? Man,
this is deep, bro. It was December 2016.
Mm-hmm.
And I was sitting in front of my computer, and I decided I was going to kill myself.
Oh, wow.
Literally. And...
Sorry to cut you off, but was it because of your stammerer?
I couldn't live the life I've always imagined for myself, because I felt my communication held me back, man.
Okay. When
you can't say your name on cue, do you know what that does to you?
Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh, all right, mate, what's your name? Or nothing will come out, and people would be like, have you forgotten your name? Are you okay? Give you a weird look. And when they give you that look, it crushes you even more, so you stammer more.
Yeah.
So it was just a madness. So when I was going for job interviews, couldn't perform, didn't get the job. I was in a dead-end job doing security. I did banking, finance and management at Loughborough.
Yeah.
I couldn't pursue that career because I couldn't speak on cue. So I thought, you know what? I'd rather be dead than live a mediocre life. I know that sounds selfish because I still had a job. I still had some money. I was living okay, but
for you didn't feel like you had another option.
Yes, I can't see myself living a mediocre life, man. I can't settle. I'd rather not be here. That was my mindset at the time. That sounds really bad. I should be more grateful just to be alive, but...
No, but at the same time, like...
That's not my personality, man.
Yeah, like... You know what you want, and if you can't get that, and it's like... I don't maybe have a stammer, but I have like a type of thing where, I don't know, sometimes I go off tangent and I'll speak off somewhere else, or my mind is already somewhere else and I'm still on this conversation.
Yeah.
So, but then because my mind's already there, I might switch over there, but then I'll be like, nah, you can't switch.
Yeah, you gotta stay here.
Yeah. So like, I get that, but I don't know. Like, because I'm more positive thinking, I couldn't imagine being that low, but I have been that low and had those similar thoughts, so I can kind of see it from that point of view. But what took you out of that funk?
Yeah, so I was definitely gonna do it. So I took 4 paracetamol pills. I had 16.
Oh wow!
And then something out of nowhere just said, you know what, you don't really want to do this, bro. And I did a Google search. One more last time. I searched stammer cure 2018. This was, mind you, 2016. So I projected 2 years into the future. So I checked 2017, nothing came up. So cut long story short, I eventually found this program, this 3-day intensive course program. I'm not going to mention the name. Tell you why later on. So I joined this program. I had to wait 6 months to wait till I can get on. So I was like, I was in a better spirit. I thought, yes, I found something, my last chance. If it didn't work, I'm not sure, boy, if I'll be here. I'm really honest, I'm not sure. So I joined this program. It fundamentally changed my life. It did. At that time, it taught me several techniques on how to control my stammer physically. I'll demonstrate. So one of the techniques is called block release, which is what I'm doing now. So every time I feel a block, instead of I would be like
so you
block.
kind of take a breath into it.
You just let it go. You don't fight. You don't fight the stammer. Yeah. You want to stammer? Stop. Take a breath. Block. The other one was hit and hold. So you hold the first sound. So you feel the block. You ride the first sound into the word. You slide. So block. And then you got deep tone. So when we speak from the chest, less likely to stammer. Instead of speaking in our vocal cords, speak from the chest.
Okay.
And we had this thing called coastal breathing, where we deep breathe every time we speak. And those 4 techniques is not enough. You need the mentality, which I took to another level, and I've renamed it the advertised mentality, where we stammer before we stammer, so we don't stammer. So instead of trying to hide our stammers, we advertise our stammers through using the 4 techniques I mentioned: block, release, and hold, blah, blah, blah. And that's what we do in our videos. We deliberately stammer on purpose. And when we do that, we stammer a lot less.
Is like something like Tourette's, is that a form of stammering or stuttering?
I've got a mate, an old guy, who thinks he could tackle people with Tourette's in the same manner that we tackle our stammering.
Yeah.
By doing the tics on purpose. I can't really comment on that. You need to speak to Simon.
Yeah.
But I was a bit mad.
But I don't know, because what you're saying, it kind of, I guess it's
same as OCD.
It's kind of like I want to say like muscle memory type thing. Like you're training yourself to not make it be a problem. Because
we are trying to influence the subconscious mind, our egos, our brainstem, the most primal part of our brain. We're trying to teach you to not be afraid of stammering.
Yeah.
So we're gonna stammer. So you learn to not be afraid of stammering. So you think it's normal. So you won't put pressure on me to stammer.
Yeah.
Because I'm already stammering in my own control.
Yeah.
So I won't stammer. You get it?
Yeah.
It's mad, bro.
Like generally in this conversation, you very rarely stammer. It's only every now and then that I've actually noticed it.
Yeah. Because I'm not actually using enough technique. If I use full technique, I wouldn't stammer. Probably.
Yeah.
But I don't give a shit right now.
Hey,
I'm allowed to swear, sorry.
Yeah, swear all you want, man.
Yeah, so I joined that program. I became a coach after 6 months. And then something happened. I was doing YouTube. I was doing my own stuff outside that program. They didn't really like it. So I left. So I left. Then people left with me. And now we're doing a madness, bro. Trying to really help people who stammer and doing it the right way.
No, it's interesting that you say that you were doing the whole YouTube channel like